This is the Blueair CP7i Premium Air Purifier for home, and I've been living with it in my kitchen for quite a while now. As someone who's struggled with indoor air quality, especially if you cook a lot or have pets, finding the right air purifier can actually make a difference to your daily life. So in today's quick review, I want to share my honest experience with the CP7i. What caught my eye, how it's changed my day-to-day, both the upsides and the things that gave me pause, and who I really think it's best for. Looking at the Blueair CP7i, you can tell right away it's not your average air purifier. The unit's a pretty decent size, so you're not losing it in the corner, but at the same time, it's designed to blend in well with the space instead of standing out like something clinical. The model I got comes in a really slick, matte gray that feels modern and sturdy. The housing is actually steel, not plastic, which gives it a solid, durable feel. The sides have this neat mesh design, and the back's fitted with a full grille where air gets pulled in. What's nice is that they've put wheels on it, so even though it's not exactly light, around 35 pounds, I can still roll it between rooms if I want. The whole thing feels premium without being too flashy. One thing I have to mention, the top panel is super intuitive, with a color-coded air quality indicator. Blue meaning clean, red for poor air, so you know how the air is doing with just a glance. Getting started, I'll be real. Setting it up was a little more involved than just plugging it in. I had to connect it to my home Wi-Fi and download the Blueair app, which took me a few tries. Pairing the purifier with the app asked for a bit of patience, especially if you're not super techy, but once I got past that hump, I didn't have to mess with the controls much. The app is actually pretty handy. I could check the real-time air quality, set a schedule for when to run the machine, turn on child lock for the kids, which is a must in my household, and keep an eye on the filter usage. For anyone who likes having smart control and data at their fingertips, it's a nice touch. But even if you forget about the app, there's a big button on the front panel for all the basic controls. What stood out for me was how responsive the air quality light is. The moment I'd start sautéing garlic or frying something for dinner, that blue light would jump right to amber or red, and the fan would immediately kick up to a higher speed. It's not just for looks. The changes really let you know it's doing its job. From my experience, one of the best aspects is the actual filtration. The CP7i uses what Blueair calls HEPA silent technology, which is just a blend of classic HEPA filtration and electrostatic system meant to capture really tiny particles, down to 0.1 microns. Most people see HEPA and think dust or pollen, but this can also catch smoke, viruses, and a lot of microscopic stuff that regular purifiers miss. There's also this blue Photon Pure lighting feature that activates every 10 minutes. Basically, it shines a safe light inside the filter for a few seconds to sterilize whatever germs got trapped there. If you have allergies, asthma, or you're just concerned about what you're breathing in, it's a big plus. In my house, I noticed a real difference, less lingering food smell after cooking and way less dust in the air. And because I have both pets and kids, I appreciated the simple pre-filter that catches pet hair and big particles before they hit the main filter, making maintenance less of a chore. Another thing I like is the way the fan works. It's got 4 settings, and on auto mode, it jumps between them depending on the air quality. Even when it's running harder, it doesn't get intrusively loud. I measured the sound with a phone app, and it usually hung around the low 40s in terms of dBA, which is just a gentle background hum, nothing that would keep you up at night or ruin a movie. Now, for the things I really appreciate most. The biggest winner for me is the peace of mind. The immediate feedback from the colored Aki ring on the purifier lets me know exactly when I need to air out the space or just let the machine do its work. That's a level of awareness I didn't have with my previous air purifier. I also like the sturdy finish. My kids can't leave scratches from pushing cars or bumping it, and the steel body holds up. With such a big coverage area, I can comfortably use this in open plan spaces like a big kitchen and living room without dragging another unit out. The app control is another bonus if you're already running other smart home stuff. Plus, changing the filters is much easier than I expected. Just pop off the front, switch them out, and you're good to go. No fighting with awkward panels. Finally, the Phone Pure Light is a unique touch, especially for peace of mind during flu or allergy season. On the flip side, I have to talk about the potential deal breakers. The first thing that made me think twice was the price. It's definitely a premium product, and you feel that in the wallet. If you're tight on budget, the upfront investment is something to consider. Replacement filters aren't dirt cheap either, and since this model has 2 filters at once, You can expect that cost about once a year. The Purifier reminds you directly and through the app. The weight is another factor. Even though it's on casters, lugging 35 pounds upstairs isn't exactly easy. Another thing, the initial setup, especially for anyone who's not into smart tech, can feel frustrating. Getting the Wi-Fi to stick and the app to recognize the device should be simpler. Lastly, while the unit isn't an eyesore, it is pretty big. You need a little space to park it, so it's not great in really tight rooms or tiny apartments. In conclusion, from my experience, the Blueair CP7i Premium Air Purifier delivers on what it promises. If you want a powerful, quiet air purifier with advanced features, smart control through your phone, and genuinely good filtration for allergies, pets, or just keeping your home feeling fresh, I'd recommend this for larger rooms, families with kids or pets, and anyone who wants set-it-and-forget-it air cleaning. The cost and setup might make you hesitate, but if cleaner indoor air and less hassle with operation and maintenance are important to you, it's worth looking at. If you've got questions, your own experience with air purifiers, or want to know more details about this model, drop a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can keep up with all my future reviews and updates. Thank you for watching.